Hello people, welcome back. Today we're looking at trigonometry, also known as SOHCAHTOA. This trigonometry only works on a right angle triangle, so here in the top left, as you can see, there's a right angle triangle with an angle with a theta sign, meaning that it's unknown, and that's what we're trying to find. So in each triangle, the right angle triangle, there's three sides with three names. Opposite the right angle, we have the hypotenuse, so we'll label that with a H. Opposite the theta, we have the opposite, so we'll label that with an R. And then the other side in between the right angle and the theta, the angle we're looking for, we have the adjacent, so we'll label that with an A. And as you can see, these letters are all involved in the formula we have up here. So, when trying to find an angle, they'll give us two different sides, and we have to plug out the two sides into the formula and find the angle. So let's say, for instance, opposite hypotenuse is 30. So that means S is for sine inside, the C in cat is for cos, and T and T is for tan. And see them on the calculator, sine, cos, tan. So, if we have O and H over the angle, so the angle is, in these formulae, the angle bit is the S, C, or the T for sine, cos, tan, and the OAH are the sides of the triangle. So as we can see, we have O and H, but we don't have A. So therefore, we can't use CAF, because there's no in it, we don't have it. We can't use TOA because so therefore we have to use sine. So sine theta equals, and obviously with this, so what the triangle represents is the number on the top. If we have that number, we divide it by the number we have on the bottom. But if we're looking for the number on top, we times the two numbers at the bottom. So really what it could be is you could put a times bit there and like a fraction there, and obviously it's a triangle, and sine, sine equals O over H, which is also known, well, which we can see from here, 7 over 13. So to take out the sine from the theta and just get the angle itself, we do theta equals inverse of sine minus 1, which we can see on our calculators if we press shift and then sine. It comes up with sine minus 1. And then put a fraction in there, 7 over 13, which equals 32.6 degrees. And that's our answer. Theta is 32.6 degrees. And it's just the same if we have, say, let's say instead of the opposite we had the adjacent as 7. Get rid of that. We just say the adjacent was 7 instead, and the hypotenuse was still 13. We just, instead of sine, we'd use cos. It'd still be 7 over 13 because A is on top of the cap, because we'd have to use cap because we have no O, and there's O in SO, and there's O in TOA, but there's no O in cap, so that's what we use. So, right, if I just get rid of this side, and we'd use that, we'd use this instead, and let's see, so 7 here, we give cos, then it's cos minus 1, which will equal, it won't equal the same thing, so see, we'll have to get rid of the answer here, change it, and so you have to just, as long as you know how to rearrange the formulae and change it all up, then you're fine. You don't need to know anything else. Inverse cos. You don't need to know the numbers. Your calculator can do all that for you. You won't get these questions in a non-calculated paper. So we'll be right. Equals 57.4 degrees. 57.4 degrees. There you go. And obviously, if we didn't have the hypotenuse and we had O instead, we just had O and A, because SO and CA both at H, we can't use that. We'd use TOA instead and just do what we've been doing, rearrange that to use TOA and get the answer, just like we've been doing. But with these questions, it's not always looking for the angle in a triangle. Sometimes they'll give us the angle on one side and we have to look for the other. Basically, we have to they'll give us a side labeled X, so we have to find X. So let's just get rid of all these crossing out. Just quickly rewrite these. Right. So let's say we have this angle 40 degrees, let's say, and we have H is 10. Obviously we have SO, CA, TOA. Right. So obviously because we have the angle, let's say don't like it now. Alright, O is labelled X. So we have the angle, that's SC and T, the angle in these formulae, the angle is SC or T, and then we have H, so it can't be TOA, and we're looking for O, so we don't need A, so we don't use cat, we don't need the adjacent. So therefore we use sine, and because O is on top, like I said earlier, with the fractions, it's just, so O equals S, and if they're next to each other like S and H, C and H and T and A, in the three formulae, you times them to get a number on top. But if we're looking for, that's because we're looking for the number on top. If we're looking for one of the numbers on the bottom, we do the number on top divided by the number on the bottom. The number on the bottom that we have to get the one we're looking for. That makes sense. So if we're using S and H to get O, that means sine 40, because we use sine of the angle, times 10, because that's what H is, to get O, which is 6.4. And therefore X or O is 6.4, and whatever unit you're using depends on the question. And it's just the same, say X was, instead of being here, X was here at A. Instead of using sine, we'd use CA, replace the sine, replace sin with cos, you get a different answer, but you get, as long as you replace sine with cos, you get the right answer. So you can quickly do that. So X is there, won't use sine, get rid of the cross, I'm giving the answer, so, and then we'll go back to pencil. We've got C and A, and this is what we use now. Get across both sides because there's no need for the O. We need an A, and there's no A in SO, and we have a H, and there's no H in TOA. So then we're using CAT because it's just process elimination out of three formulas. So cos 40 times 10. 7.62. Round it up, 7.7. And that's A or X. And there you go. And then we'll do a different one where we're doing division, just to add a bit of variety and show you all the possibilities. But the only difference is, what's happening there? Say we're looking for A. We'll get rid of 10 there. Get rid of the little line through that, so we don't need that. Get rid of please. Alright, let's go back to pencil, and finally, let's clear things up. So, cut T up here. So we've got 40-degree triangle still. We're looking for A, so length X, and we've got 8 centimeters or meters for O. So obviously we're looking for A and we've got O. So there's no A in so you can't use that. There's no O in cat, so you can't use that. So now we're using TOA. But this time, instead of timesing them, because we've already got O, and O is on the top, so instead, if I have a fraction, we do A equals 8 over tan 40, which equals 9.5. And therefore, A or X equals 9.5. And it's just that simple. It's about rearranging the formulae and just looking at these triangles as a number on top. To get a number on top, you times the 2 at the bottom. To get one of the numbers at the bottom, you do the top divided by the other number at the bottom. And it's that simple, really. And there you have it all. That is all the possibilities of the questions you're going to be asked on SOHCAHTOA. Thank you, please like, subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one. Cheers.